Welcome to Enlightened Evolution.
I'm Cay.
And I'm Christina.
We're here to discuss the ebb and flow of our soul's healing and transformation through self-reflection, choosing intentionally, honoring thyself, and following your inner guide.
Thank you for joining this safe space with us.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Enlightened Evolution. We are starting to get into a chakra series. I'm excited for this. Recently, in one of my EMDR therapies, I had a whole vision. If anybody knows EMDR, these mermaids came up to me, and each of them possessed a chakra that represented one of my chakras. And I've done chakra work before, meditations, alignment, but I thought it would be cute to do a little reminder and give anybody else some information if they want to be interested in it.
Yeah.
The Sanskrit name, we're going to start with the root chakra, which is at your base.
Should we start with the
oracle yes. Card? My bad, girl. We're going to start with an oracle card today.
It's hard getting into the...
It is.
We'll get it by a couple episodes in. We'll get it. So this deck is my Mushroom Spirit Oracle, which I just absolutely love mushrooms. It's one of my favorite things to do when I'm hiking is just look at all the different mushrooms. And there is a little text in here that says, the greatest gift we can give ourselves is the power of observation. Our teachers are all around us if we take time to notice, which I think is really cool because I'm always looking for mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And the deck itself is super pretty. And each card is a different mushroom. Some of them I'm familiar with. A lot of them I'm not. So
I love how they can communicate with each other through like the electromagnetic field.
And their connection underground, it runs
that's what I mean, yeah, to the whole everywhere. Forest.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how they taste too.
Do you? See, I don't really love them too much. I like lion's mane. I like those really skinny ones. Let's see what we got. Oh, this one is called the Shaggy Ink Cap. It is a growth destruction cycle is what it represents. So I'm going to pull the actual reading for it and we'll see.
Growth destruction cycle.
Shaggy. It's on a 66.
That was kind of the theme of our last card we just pulled.
It was. Okay, here it is. Okay, so it also tells you if they're edible or not. This one is edible. So when young and white and fresh. So I guess when they start to decay, they're not edible. Ooh. The shaggy ink cap can be found in grasslands and open woodlands, has various stages of growth. Initially, it begins as a white egg shape, growing into a soft, long bell. It also gives you this little history of what they are. The pale brown area at the top breaks into large scales. In dry weather, the whole cap will do this. The gills start off white and then turn pink and then black. Very colorful.
Mm-hmm.
This is... Then the black will deliquesce. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. That means liquefy or self-decompose. From the bottom outside edges, and it works this way upwards. Within a few hours, just a stem and small disc will remain. The stem is hollow and the stem rings will eventually become movable, often falling to the ground. The shaggy ink cap is also Wow, I don't know a lot of these words. Bioaccumulator of heavy metals. Oh, so it breaks down heavy metals in the soil. Okay. Meaning it will clean up soil and restore pH by drawing up heavy metals into its fruiting body. So the card meaning, each stage of your growth has different meanings and properties. Just like the shaggy ink cap, you go through many stages over and over again. Just like the earth has its seasons, every cycle has a purpose and needs will be worked with, not against. At what stage of your evolutionary growth are you? Can you recognize if it's growth or destruction cycle? I like that.
Mm.
The shaggy ink cap has both, and both are necessary. When you look at the destruction cycle within yourself, do you try to push it away because you think it is bad, or do you try to learn from it because it is necessary? It is a necessary part of growing up and learning a lesson. Not everything is bad when it is destructive. Not everything that is growth is good. When something grows or is destroyed, it must be sustainable process, or there is no balance. What you keep in check what can you keep in check before it grows out of control? The key here is about finding balance within both the destructive and growth cycles, remembering not everything destructive is bad and not everything that grows is good, and vice versa. Everything has its place and purpose. Our job is to learn and grow from everything and everyone in our lives. What can you learn from this experience? A special card indeed, with many questions to ponder.
Growth or destruction cycle. That's going to have me thinking, girl.
I
I
know.
love that.
I thought this deck was fitting for the root chakra because it's makes me think of the ground.
Yes. There are actually 114 chakras, but we're going to focus on the 7 main ones that people know, from your root chakra to your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and then your crown. The chakra system originated in India between 15 and 500 BC. Chakra comes from the Sanskrit and it means wheel or mystical circle. The first chakra is the root chakra. That's why we're wearing a little bit of red today. Got our theme going on. It means Maldahara, which means the Sanskrit name is Maldahara, which means root support. The root chakra, it represents foundation, stability, and survival instincts. It's the energetic center associated with feeling safe, secure, and grounded in life. As we mentioned, the color is red. The element is earth. So the mushroom was perfect. And it's located at the base of the spine in the perineum area. Characteristics of the chakra is physical survival, security, stability, connection to the earth and our physical body, grounded, and support for higher energy centers, which are the other 6 chakras going up, stability in finances, home, and physical health. When you do your chakra meditations, do you do one at a time, or do you do all of them at a time? I've done both.
There's Yeah, I have too. I always find a video to use on
Mhm.
YouTube, and some of them will have you really sit individually with each chakra and kind of work your way up. And
Mhm.
then others kind of have you kind of pulling your energy through them kind of continuously. I think all of them are very energizing and helpful.
Yeah. I have some signs of balance and imbalance. So some imbalance signs if your root chakra is out of alignment. You may be experiencing a lot of fear, insecurity, or anxiety, feeling disconnected or ungrounded or kind of just floating through, lack of energy or motivation, financial instability or lack of trust in life in general, chronic fatigue or poor physical health. And when your root chakra isn't necessarily out of balance, but more just overstimulated or overactive, you may experience greed or excessive materialism. It's obsessive
Mm.
obsession with control. You don't feel safe. You need to make everything safe all the time, or OCD about your routines, aggressive behavior, or feeling stagnant. Yeah.
Love that control.
Mhm. Some signs of your chakra being balanced, your root chakra being balanced is There we are. A sense of safety and security, connection to your body in the present moment. Your mind isn't drifting all over the place. You feel grounded. You feel stable in your current situation. You set healthy boundaries with confidence without being angry. And you have strong physical health and vitality. You're eating well. You're staying consistent with all your healthy habits. As we mentioned
I have
before.
some
Go ahead.
I have some tips on how to balance it if you feel that it is out of balance. I don't know if you wanted
Yes.
to get into that.
Yeah.
So, you've probably heard of people talk about grounding practices or earthing specifically, or you may have heard someone say, you need to go touch grass.
Mhm.
Some people use that as like I don't know, an insult or something. But they might say that when like you're just losing it, you're all over the place, your anxiety is super high, like go touch grass. And that is actually very true. Like there's such healing properties of going and touching grass with your skin, touching soil. And I wonder, like, there's so much in the soil that is healing. I've been on hikes before, which probably isn't the safest thing, but I did it barefoot and it was kind of a muddy day. And honestly, it was so invigorating. It was great.
Mhm.
On every hike I do, I try to at least go and take my shoes off and touch the grass in some form, or at least go sit on the ground and, touch it with my hands. If you live in, an inner city where maybe you don't have a lot of parks or everything's kind of cement around you, people will even make grounding mats. I made one and I did not keep it alive.
Mhm.
But you can like put moss on a mat and have that, or just even having plants in your house. So when I go around and I water my plants and I'm touching their soil, that's a grounding practice as well. Some people prefer to do walking or running or hiking. Just being out in nature and reconnecting with the earth will not traumatically will dramatically decrease your anxiety. We've kind of already mentioned meditation, so pop on a meditation for the root chakra. Get that going. Wear red. There's also some breath work. So any kind of like vagus nerve stimulation, so deep diaphragmatic breathing, alternate nostril breathing, those can help to bring you into a state of groundedness. There are many yoga poses that can help. So mountain pose, where it's Tadasana, where you just stand, straight up. That is a good one. Warrior pose, anything where you're really rooting into the ground as your foundation and your support. And also child's pose is a great one. I also have a list of essential oils, crystals. So, red, of course. Any kind of red you come across, red jasper, garnet, ruby. Ruby can be a little purple at times. Hematite is also some of those darker crystals, obsidian. Those are all good for your root chakra. So if you notice that you are feeling, not grounded, you're feeling very anxious, carry one of those crystals with you, see how you feel. If you have ones that you can wear them.
Mhm.
Some essential oils that are good are surprisingly the earthy scents. So, or not surprisingly, like cedarwood, sandalwood, patchouli, those are all good for your root chakra. And then I also have 396 hertz frequency music, if you listen to that. So a lot of, if you pull up on YouTube and you do a root chakra meditation, they'll typically have the correct hertz for that chakra as well. That is something that you can listen to. There also are like sound bowls and stuff that are at those specific hertz. If you have those, you could use those.
Yes. I have some foods that you can eat. Beets,
Mm.
tomatoes, strawberries, red apples, and cherries. I also try to eat more red foods when I'm on my cycle to honor myself. But this applies to the root chakra as well. Root vegetables like carrots, sweet potatoes, and Danish or radishes. Danishes, you know what's on my mind.
Try to slide those in wherever I
Yeah.
can.
Protein-rich foods like beans, nuts, and tofu. Spices like cayenne pepper and paprika. I have gotten more into I have done the meditations with where you align the chakras, but I've really appreciated doing meditation sessions with focusing on one chakra at a time with the 396 hertz starting at the root chakra, and that gives you a good foundation of growing stronger in each other of your chakras. That's like when we're at work, like that's some things like you need to get your chakras in a row, you know? Like,
And
and
also, you could seek Reiki as well if you've never
yes.
experienced that.
And going outside and touching moss, like that's my thing to get grounded. Like it almost makes me cry sometimes just being out there by myself in the forest and seeing like this old dead tree and just connecting. It just recenters me and I feel so much peace after that. There is some positive
Mm.
affirmations for the root chakra that you can recite. I'll do them for you now. I am safe, secure, and grounded. I trust in the process of life. I am connected to the earth and supported by its energy. I have everything I need to thrive. I am worthy of security and stability.
I love that.
I do too. And maybe there's some questions that you can ask yourself or some journaling prompts. I haven't done these yet. I actually think I will do these ones. What does feeling safe and secure mean to me? Are there areas of my life where I feel ungrounded or uncertain? What limiting beliefs do I hold about financial stability, security, and survival?
I never really knew that it was tied to financial security. And there are times when, like, a bunch of stuff comes up
Mhm.
and maybe my funds get low. And that does drive anxiety in me when I get to that point. And now I know that I need to focus on my root chakra. So that is awesome.
Yeah.
I have a quote here that says, "When the first chakra is healthy and balanced, it creates a stable base from which you can pursue our higher aspirations and goals." And it's kind of like, do you remember Maslow's hierarchy of needs
Yeah,
from
that is
nursing
what it
school?
reminds me of. Mhm.
Yeah. It's like you
If you don't have the food and the shelter and the clothing, you can't have trusting, healthy relationships and and focus on your career and all these other things that you need to do and your hobbies if you don't have the very basics. And the root chakra is the foundation of your energetic body. By aligning and balancing this chakra, you can create a solid base for emotional, physical, spirit, and your spiritual well-being through the things that we talked about today, the meditations, the affirmations, your essential oils, your crystals, self-reflection, and just get outside and get in touch with nature. Maybe that's why I feel so out of whack more so in the wintertime because I hate the cold. I will not do outside activities. I don't appreciate going skiing or sledding or any of that shit. I want to be warm. I'm not walking outside in the cold and I can't touch my grass in my bare feet. I'll get hypothermia.
That's true. That's true. Oh. But you're heading to Florida soon, huh?
Yeah, in March.
Be
In
able to touch
March.
some
Yes.
sand.
I am. I think that will definitely reset me and get me grounded. I needed to go so bad. I set my aunt my itinerary. I said, "Will you pick me up from the airport on this day?" She's like, "Yep, I'll be there."
Aw, is she retired?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
perfect. And I think I did tell you. My mom and her husband are almost in the same area. They're, like, near Fort
Yeah,
Myers.
you said you might come. Get your ass out there.
I know. I really want to. Jordan has a hockey game that weekend, so I'm trying to convince him to miss it.
Yes,
But he doesn't like
Jordan.
to let his team down.
I know, Jordan, but you also don't wanna let your wife down. How's that for a guilt trip?
Right? I mean, and this hockey season has been so fucking long. It's like, I don't even know, at least 6 months long. Like,
Oh.
certainly you can miss a couple games.
Yeah.
It's long.
Yeah.
But I know he really, really enjoys doing it. Let's see what else we have. Have you ever? So I remember one time I received Reiki, and the person laid like crystals along my spine in like congruency with the different chakras and where they would
Mhm.
be. That was really
Mm.
cool.
That is
But
cool.
that's something you can do too. Like hold a garnet or whatever in your hand as you're meditating. If
Mhm.
you want to get all the things going, get the essential oil going, wear the color, eat the fruit, have the crystal. Get
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah. I think my biggest thing, like, I do go into my meditation being very intentional and just envision this white glowing light at my root, and or when I say white, I meant red. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I try to do as well.
Yeah. That is all I have on our chakras today, or on our
I
root
think that's
chakra
all I have.
today.
I believe that is all I have as well. I'm
I think the
looking through
goal
my
is
notes to make
just
sure.
to feel more rooted and more stable and see how you can connect with earth more in your daily life, whether that means just going outside and being in the grass, take a vacation if you hate the snow, and go touch some moss.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for listening today. Make sure you like, subscribe, share us with someone you love, rate us as well on your apps, and we will see you all next week. Namaste.
Namaste.